Hello everyone! And well, before we start with today's replay, I just wanted to mention Project VALOR. You might be familiar with it. It has been running in the US for a while now, I think, and it recently arrived here in Europe. And basically it's a campaign to help save USS Texas. USS Texas is a museum ship, but the elements and time haven't been kind to her. So she is in need of repairs, and basically World of Warships is selling some bundles, and 100% of the proceeds go to the Battleship Texas Foundation to help save this ship, keep her afloat and preserve her for future generations. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. I will have a link in the video description. There are also some informative videos here on the main website if you wanna know more. Now this is how the Lone Star camo looks in game, in case you're curious. I got myself the camo and the flag because I already had the ship, and I have to say it looks quite nice. And now we've finally made it to today's replay, and yes, it's currently running at an enhanced speed because honestly it will take a while until it starts to get interesting. Now this replay is from JohnPRyan and he is in the Texas. How could it be any different? You can already see he isn't using the Lone Star camo. I think this camo here was sold on the 4th of July. Might be called Freedom camo or something like it, but I'm not sure. But anyway, he is on the map Shards in a 3-point domination game mode. It's a tier 7 battle. We can see there are already quite a few ships have been sunk. And the friendly team is out of destroyers. Now I think at this point we will slow it down and we will switch to his perspective. So, yeah, we had several friendly ships here sunk at point A. No point has been captured so far. We have ships here going to the corner of fail. How could it be any different? Both teams have lost all of their destroyers, which makes capping a lot more problematic. We can just see that the Königsberg got taken out by torpedoes, and so got the Scharnhorst in a very awkward moment. So this battle so far has been a rather weird one. We are like 6 minutes into the battle, no point has been captured, and most ships aren't even close to capture points. Now the Texas is a very slow ship, which means he had trouble so far getting really into the battle and getting good hits on enemies. Also there are lots of islands that kind of blocking from shooting stuff. But you know, it's all going to change because Shores has decided he is now taking this cap. And I think our Texas will have something to say about that. Broadside cruiser, 5 kilometers. Yeah, that's a citadel. It's also 2 overpens, but you know, there is more where that came from. Now the Shores does have torpedoes, unfortunately for her. Those have a very short range, which means probably should have waited a little bit longer and let the Texas come closer, or he should have YOLO'd in. Could have tried that, I suppose, but then again, getting even closer to a battleship is rather risky. Running aground in front of a battleship is rather risky as well, although he is in a decent angle. Not that this angling... well, I guess his angling was effective. Now if the Shores still had torpedoes ready, this might be a bit more problematic, but... well, on the other hand, which side did he launch torpedoes? Does the Shores have torpedo launchers on both sides? I'm actually... well, probably yes, so... anyway, one ship taken care of. Now the enemy team is still 1 ship ahead. Friendlies are taking A, enemies are taking Point Charlie. Friendly Miyoko is going to try to stop them from capping. Not sure how successful he will be. We have a Congo here in the north, but he's up against the Colorado and the New York, so he probably doesn't stand a chance unless they really screw up. Now this Aoba here wants to challenge a Texas. As a cruiser, you really don't wanna get too close to a battleship. I mean, I can understand the temptation if you have torpedoes, but you really don't wanna get hit. And the farther you're away, the more problematic it's for a battleship to hit a cruiser. On the other hand, a cruiser shouldn't have too much trouble hitting a battleship because they are big, fat and slow. So Aoba wanted to get really close, then he decided to show broadside, and then he got sunk. No one is surprised. Now Texas can cap the center and give the friendly team at least a capture point advantage. They are behind points-wise and ship-wise, and I still have no hopes for the Congo. The Myoko here got taken out trying to get the cap. And well, those enemy torpedoes here were no threat. Now let's hope that the friendlies can sink this König without losing more ships. The Emil Bertin is still rather healthy, but all a battleship needs is one lucky salvo and goodbye cruiser. And that's just a sad thing for cruisers. Now, JohnPRyan here doesn't have shots on the König yet, but very soon he will have. Now I could argue that those shots aren't necessarily required. The König might go down with the fire, but if you keep the König afloat for too long, he will continuously shoot the friendly cruiser and might just sink the friendly cruiser, so a kill secured and some dangerous guns taken out of the game. Now it's 2 versus 2, the friendlies have a slight advantage. Friendlies have also one more capture point. The center point is currently contested, but that shouldn't be too much trouble. There is a cruiser. Will he again sail around this island showing full broadside in front of the Texas's guns? Well, it would be fun if he did, wouldn't it? And there he is. No one is surprised. Well, that leaves one enemy ship, which is a tier 7 battleship, so that's dangerous. Now the friendlies have the advantage, but let's be honest. Colorado is just, well, a very dangerous ship when he is up against a cruiser and a tier 5 battleship. With the guns he can easily overmatch the Texas's front, so he can just get a lot of damage into the Texas regardless of angle, and one good salvo is all he needs to sink the cruiser, so the enemy team isn't out of this battle yet. Let's just speed up a tiny bit until the Colorado shows herself again. Friendlies are moving here together, and they want to work together in order to take out the Colorado. Now our cruiser here has torpedoes. Those might just be very helpful in helping sink this dangerous enemy. And well, maybe the Colorado will just shoot broadside towards the Texas, and the Texas guns do hurt a lot. I'm not sure why the Emil is wasting torpedoes like that. He should really have waited until he had some knowledge of the enemy's whereabouts. And well, let's see. The Texas is ready. He is checking if his ally is with him. The Emil is sticking around. Now it's not sure if the enemy will go for the Texas or the cruiser. He is showing a lot of broadside here, but that's because the angles of this ship, of the guns of the Texas, aren't that great. So he is hoping to get off a full volley and then probably either just turn or use this island as cover or return fire. but he really wants to get off a salvo with all of his guns right into the broadside of the Colorado. And that's 20,000 damage. The return fire missed. Now he is turning. Well, he isn't turning as much as I expected he would. So he's waiting for his reload. Secondaries are opening up, but let's be honest, the secondaries of Colorado are not really all that scary. Although he did manage to start a fire. And guns are almost reloaded. Colorado is showing way too much broadside, so is the Texas. The Texas goes down, the enemy as well, and it's a victory! Now let's have a look at the results. JohnPRyan managed to get 2,199 base experience. And yeah, it took him a while to get into the battle, but once he was there, he just, well, sunk everything. Now JohnPRyan earned himself the Kraken. He sunk 5 enemies and he did 90,000 points of damage. Now this was a short one, but I really wanted to show you some Texas gameplay. And it was a nice battle, I think. Now in the end, obviously he was showing too much broadside, but he did it so he could fire all of his guns and he still had a division mate with him. Also keep in mind that even angled, I mean the Colorado could just overmatch his bow. Then again, less shots would probably hit in that case. But be that as it may, it worked out nicely. It was a fun little game. And see you guys next time.